Helen Yee here with Eyes on the Game here at the home of Sugar Sean O'Malley. Now, you were driving up in a slingshot. First off, how is it driving in this heat?
Driving in this heat, definitely. I figure if that's the worst thing that's going to happen all day is being that hot, it's a good day. So I take it. Sometimes I probably should take my Subaru, but I don't know. I really enjoy driving that, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, you could get a tan easier anyway, right?
Yes, that is very true.
Now, a lot of your fans haven't seen you in the octagon since UFC 222. You were supposed to make a return at UFC 229 in October and UFC 239. But can you kind of tell, the listeners and viewers just kind of what has been going on with that?
Yeah, so right now I have a hearing August 20th in Nevada to get it cleared up. I'm not. A lot of people think I'm suspended by USADA. I'm not. They have cleared me to fight. UFC's cleared me to fight. We just have to get it squared away with the athletic commission, and my lawyers telling me it sounds like it should be all done here soon.
The Ostarine, right?
Yeah. So I tested for Ostarine back in October, and then I still had levels in my system for this last fight against Cheeto. So yeah, getting that figured out.
So were you pretty surprised, though, when you got that call? Like, you were training for UFC 239 and kind of getting that call?
Yeah, I was basically done with fight camp. I was ready to fight. USADA hasn't said anything about any of my tests, so I figured, okay, we're good. Nothing's, like, they only message you if something's bad. So I hadn't heard from them. So I was super surprised because I figured it was either out of my system or it'd still be in such low levels that they would say it's residual. So yeah, I was very surprised.
Now, after the hearing on August 20th, when do you foresee your return to the octagon, or when they'll let you?
Depending on what they say, it could be a 30-day or 60-day WADA testing, similar to what they did with John Jones. So, but they're telling me plan on fighting probably in December. So it's still ways out, but at least it's finally almost done.
Yeah, and still within this year.
Yeah, and I would love to fight. It sucks because I turned 24, and I'll turn 25 before I even get a fight. And it's, there's no reason for it. So, yeah, if I get a fight before the end of the year, I'll be happy.
But then maybe after you turn 25, you can fight maybe 2-3 times within that birthday year?
Yeah, I'd like to fight. I'm used to fighting 4 times a year, but with injuries, it's hard to say. But it'd be nice to fight at least by the end of this year and then a couple times next year.
Now, I follow you on Twitter. I did notice during UFC 239, you were supposed to fight Cheeto Vera. And during his fight, you were saying something how if you were in there, it would have ended quicker. So is he someone you kind of want to fight, or, kind of want that to be rescheduled?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to. Who knows? He's probably going to fight again. If he wins, he might want someone higher. If he loses, probably won't fight someone who just come off a loss. It depends. But yeah, watching that fight, I was upset. You know when you can beat someone up, and I just felt like I could beat him, and it was unfortunate that I wasn't in there doing it.
So ideally for you, who would you like to make your return against?
It's so hard to even think about that. Like, I'm just like, when I get in the octagon, I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm here. It's so hard to think right now, this far out from. I don't even know when I'll be able to fight, to even think about who to fight. Like, that's not what my mind's consumed of right now. It's just about training, getting better, and I know I'm not fighting for at least 4 or 5 months probably, so it's kind of pointless to say right now.
But a lot has happened in the bantamweight division since then. Henry Cejudo, now the champion, return of Uriah Faber. What do you make of kind of all the changes going on?
Uriah Faber's the man. He's a cool dude. I was pumped to see him win. Yeah, the bantamweight division is one of the best in the UFC right now, which is kind of rare. So I'm super excited to get back to that and shoot to the top. I think I will get to the top really fast after a good couple performances.
Now, in your off time, though, I do know you're a big gamer. So, can you kind of tell your fans a bit more about that and your Fortnite?
Yeah, I was just in a Pro-Am tournament a couple weeks ago in New York, actually last weekend, and I won $27,500 for a charity here in Phoenix. So that was super fun. Then I got to watch the pros at the World Cup. Like 5 teenagers became millionaires just from Fortnite, the video game. So yeah, I stream every day on Twitch, _OG. I stream every day. It's like what my favorite thing to do is right now, train and game. So it's a good combination.
Yes, absolutely. And don't they have a lot of gaming tournaments in Vegas? Or that's more esports?
That's more esports, kind of Call of Duty, other games. But they have a lot of tournaments online, which is why Fortnite's such a popular game too, because you compete online at your house. So
okay, so not like Mortal Kombat type games.
Not quite.
No. That's for in the Octagon. And lastly, what would you like to tell all your fans?
All the real fans know I'll be back. They follow me. They know my skill level. I'm not just hype trained. Not just to get a couple lucky knockouts. I have real skills, and I think they all know I'm gonna come back and take over. So I just want to thank them. And
because you've been training behind the scenes.
It's a lifestyle. I moved down to Phoenix to train. Like that's my life. I do that every day. It's just like someone going to work. I do it every day. So yeah, they know that. Yeah, so we all hope to see you back in the Octagon soon, and hope all goes well August 20th. Thank you. Thank you very much.